Good evening. This is my week 4 discussion post for improvement through culture and scheduling. This week, we got a case study in which, or I'm gonna say I got a case study in which I was the acting principal of a campus, and my 7th and 8th graders are struggling with reading comprehension abilities. So I have my laptop right here, so if you kind of see me toggling back and forth, I'm just trying to make sure I'm hitting my key points so that my discussion is thorough. But our case study, our students are struggling in reading comprehension, 7th and 8th graders. Um, Teachers are noticing, our librarian notices, other schools are noticing that our students are not coming in with those abilities where they should be. If I were to go by my campus's school improvement plan, I would take my concerns to what we have known as called a SIT committee, or I guess it's a SIT team. It's a school improvement team, and they would come up with a set of interventions that we would implement on our campus. But as the acting principal, I was allowed to and able to come up with some interventions on my own that I think would be beneficial to the campus. So, one of the first interventions that I would suggest for our campus, and that Eben, Hughes, and Norris outline as very important, is the collection, the organization, and the analysis of data. I think that is very important, and they outline it as very important it is as well. That's how we know that we have a problem with reading comprehension. As a principal, what I would like to do is I would like to take those results and I would like to dissect them a little bit more. So we know that we're dealing with reading comprehension abilities, or a lack of reading comprehension abilities. And instead of keeping it black and white of we had this many pass, we had this many not pass, I would want to look and analyze those areas in which we are struggling in specifically. Is it comprehension? Is it vocabulary? Is it comparing, contrasting? So I would want to take a deeper look into the data and really find out where we are struggling based on our skills. And I think once we get those skills pointed out, we will be in a position to better serve our students. Another intervention I think that we could, what's the word I'm looking for? My brain is freezing. That we could benefit from is a change to our scheduling. So my campus right now is currently on 40 minutes for core classes. I think that ELA would benefit from a 90-minute block. I think that we would benefit from that because it's really hard to read and analyze and comprehend and write about and discuss something that you read in 40 minutes. So I think that going from a 40-minute block to a 90-minute block would be beneficial to help students take in the information, analyze it, and understand it. 90 minutes also gives us an opportunity to bring in some help. And as Eben, Hughes, and Norris also discussed and emphasized the importance of, is bringing someone in that is highly qualified to help where students are struggling. And I want to be specific. So we want to bring in someone who has some kind of background knowledge, who has some kind of experience, some kind of certification, qualification, to come in and pull those students out and to help them in areas that they're struggling. On my campus, we call them interventionists. Eben, Hughes, and Norris also stress the importance of budgeting and staying within the budget when hiring personnel and hiring employees. So it's important to find someone who is highly qualified. That may not necessarily be a teacher because we don't have the teacher money to pay them, but still, so we can have those students with someone who is skilled enough to teach them where they are lacking. And that 90 minutes would definitely give them an opportunity to pull them out, get those skills together, and still put them back into the classroom so that they can express, or so that they can show what they've learned. And my last intervention that I would put into place is has to deal with our teachers. Are our teachers teaching standards-based instruction? Are they teaching to the core standards? a lot of the time we look at what students are doing, we're looking at their capabilities, we're looking at their abilities, and we're trying to figure out where they're going wrong. But we have to make sure that we are teaching the standards. And so Ubin, Hughes, and Norris also emphasize the importance of making sure that our teachers are qualified, have been trained, are they able to teach students in accordance with what the state is asking for? Are they teaching in accordance with those standards? Are they keeping up with the standards? Because they do change from time to time. So I would definitely want to make sure that our teachers are up to date with that information. And how I would do that is definitely consistent training, implementing those strategies on how to teach those standards in the classroom, how to keep up with those standards. So those are just a few interventions that I would take. I'm over by like 2 minutes. I apologize, but thank you.